Hey guys, this is Mr. Grice for Algebra 1, Semester 1, Practice Final, 2015, or maybe 2016, or 17. I don't know. So let's go ahead and get through this. This is going to be a lot of videos. I'm going to try to do maybe 10 per video and we'll see how that goes. So, but let's go ahead and get started. Remember, you can use your calculator, show all your work, and we're going to place all of our final answers on the line. Okay, so number one, how do we solve for x? Well, we have to do the inverse operations. And remember, inverse operations is SADMAP. So I need to add 6 to both sides. And after we add 6, sorry, I don't like how that pen looks. After we add 6 to both sides, what's negative 8 plus 6? Negative 8 plus 6 is B. Okay, so now we're getting into a two-step problem. So what we have to do now to solve for x, we have to get rid of addition or subtraction first. So I'm going to subtract the 5 to both sides. And then we get 2x equals 13 minus 5 is 8. And then to get the x by itself, we divide by 2. And when we divide by 2, we get 4. So x equals 4. Okay, number 3, doing the same thing. Inverse operation. So we're going to add 3 to both sides. X over 10 equals 30. Now that x is being divided by 10, so the inverse, the opposite of division, is multiplication. So 30 times 10, we get 300. All right, number 4, what I'm going to do is first we're going to draw the line, but then we need to combine like terms. So I'm looking for things that are the same. And I have w plus 7w, so I need to add those together. Now remember, at the very beginning, we have 1w. So 1 plus 7, we get 8w plus 2 equals 10. And then we're just going to use inverse operations. We're going to subtract the 8 or the 2 to both sides. 10 minus 2 is 8. And then to get the w by itself, we divide. So 8 divided by 8, we get 1. All right, number 5. Don't freak out just because there's some decimals in there. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to combine like terms. So I have 2.9 minus 4.7. 2.9 minus 4.7. We get negative 1.8. And I'm multiplying right there, so the inverse of multiplication is division. A negative divided by negative is a positive, so I'm going to cross a out right away. And then let's figure out what we get. Negative 12.6 divided by negative 1.8, and we get 7. So D is our answer. All right, number 6. I have variables on both sides, so I want to move the smaller variable. So I'm going to subtract 3n to both sides. 5 minus 3, we get 2n minus 3 equals 9. And now, same thing. We're going to add 3 to both sides. We get 2n equals 12. And then divide both sides by 2. So we get n equals 6. So, final answer, B. All right, proportions. So when we have proportions, we want to see if we can simplify anything inside, which we can't, but then we're going to multiply. So I'm going to put the m plus 4 inside parentheses and then cross multiply. 6 times m is 6m, and I'm going to set that equal to 2 times m plus 4. Okay, so on the right side, we need to distribute. 2 times m is 2m. 2 times 4 is 8. That 8 looks weird. Okay, and now we want to get our variables to one side, so I'm going to subtract the 2m to both sides. 6 minus 2 is 4. And then I need to divide both sides by 4. 8 divided by 4? Good. 2. All right, number 8, we're doing the same thing. Okay, the only thing that's nice about this one is we don't really have to distribute anything. X times 3 is 3x. And then we have 12 times 14, which is 168. Now, don't just be like, hey, 168, that's my answer. No, that's not your answer because the x is not by itself. You need to divide both sides by 3 to get your final answer. So 168 divided by 3, you get 56. All right, one of our favorite ones. The ratio of the weight on the moon to weight on the earth is 1 to 6, okay? So what they're doing, we need to set up a proportion just like they are, or a ratio. So we're talking about the moon to the earth, okay? So when we set two proportions or two ratios equal to each other, we get a proportion. So they talk about the 1 first, that's our moon weight. And then the 6 is going to be the earth. So how many pounds would a 210-pound person weigh on the moon? So we don't know how much they weigh on the moon, but we know they weigh 210 pounds on Earth. So all we do is cross multiply. We get 210 equals 6x. And then to get the x by itself, we just divide by 6. So 210 divided by 6, and we get 35. So 35 equals x, and that is 35 pounds. All right, one more. We can do it. Okay, so Samantha makes $12 per hour babysitting. So $12 per hour. She already has saved $50. She needs a total, sorry, I don't like those colors, total of 146. So remember that total is our equal sign, so I know no matter what, it needs to equal 146. And before I get too involved right here, I'm just looking. See how A and D don't have it equaling 146? So I can cancel those. Okay. Now, per is our word that means to multiply. So that's going to be, oh, of course you want to restart this. That's going to be what we multiply. It's going to be 12x, and she already has $50. So we get 12x plus 50, which is C. Okay, well, that's going to be the end of the first video. If you have any questions, please come see Ms. Carranza or myself. Otherwise, this is Mr. Grice signing off for Algebra 1 Semester 1 Practice Final. Thanks for watching.